What's good, YouTube? ToxicSight here, back again, once again, for episode 4 of the Paladins Helps series. In this video, we're going to be covering Maldamba, who a lot of people say is the best support in the game, which, I mean, I kind of agree. I just can't grasp Damba because he's a real high tier support player to get really, really good at, in my opinion. Which all these videos are, in my opinions. Um, his talents are ripen Gourd. Your Gourd no longer damages enemies, but it heals for twice as much, which is really good. Mending Spirits immediately heals your target for an additional 250. And Rico's Wrath, tossing your shield after reload, is faster and deals an additional 500 damage, which is decent, but I wouldn't use it ever. His best two talents, in my opinion, are Ripening Gourd, because of the healing that it does, and Spirits Chosen, just for, of course, more healing. So we're going to go over Gourd first. The talent that I made, that's my personal opinion, is Lighter Gourd, increases the speed of it, which is really, really good. Reduce the cooldown, standing in your own Gourd, or standing in your Gourd grants yourself and your allies lifesteal. Activating Gourd heals you for 150 and heal for 160 after using Slither. Basically, Maldamba is a snake person. His weapon is the snake. The snake spits, does its damage, reload as I miss it. His reload stuns, regardless of what talent you grab. I keep hitting the button. As you can see, left click, spitting cobra, fires a glob of venom from your cobra every 0.55 seconds. They deal 400 damage. Reloading, tosses the snake to deal 200 damage and a deadly stun effect. His right click, mending spirit, channels the spirits to enchant an ally at your crosshair location, healing them for 325 every 1 second for 4 seconds. Gourd, toss a potent alchemic gourd that explodes on the ground, dealing 45 seconds. Every 45 damage every 0.2 seconds to enemies, and heals allies for 65 every 0.2 seconds. Which, it's with ripened gourd, it no longer does the damage. Instead, it heals 130 every 0.2 seconds. Slither, quickly slither forward, becoming untargetable for the duration and undamageable. And his ultimate, Deadly Serpent, fire a dark vessel that explodes when it lands, causing all the enemies close enough to flee in terror at its sight, which is really, really good. And it's really easy to aim and really helpful, even if it just hits one player, because it doesn't say the direction. But so this is the spit. Of course, the color of the venom and everything will be different based on what weapon you're using. There's the stun. The stun's pretty good, but like, it's a really thin area to miss. Which is another reason why you don't want to run. What is it? Reckonal's Wrath. Slither, my key bindings reset because now it's back to F. It should be on Q. F should be my secondary. Okay. Mending Spirits. Actually, I need to. Mending Spirits. It's just a simple ray. Gourd has that, and you see the circle appear on the ground whenever Gourd's in play. That's pretty much all his kit is. We're gonna come over. No, we'll come over here and do it. During the fear, they run whenever they come out of it, unless of course somebody's controlling them. They keep walking backwards. They turn towards where they got fear from, so you can still get them because they won't be looking at you unless you're over there now. But in a gameplay, you're not actually gonna run into somebody looking back that way. So yeah, that's pretty much Gourd. All you mainly do is hold right click. His heal comes up super fast. You throw your Gourd. And stuff. He's a really good healer. He is top tier, in my opinion. Whenever I play against him, he always out-heals our Ceres and everything. Next, we're gonna go over Spirits Chosen. For the instantly heals 250 immediately. It's really good. The loadout reduced the cooldown of mending spirits by 2 seconds if you miss. If you miss mending spirits, I think it's only like a 3.5 second cooldown, so it becomes like a 1.5. It's really good. Heal for 45 for every 1 second, while heal while healing an ally with mending spirits. Increase your movement speed by allies affected by mending spirits. Increase your movement speed and heal for 240 after slither. This is just straight healing. It can't keep up with that casting. His rise is still the same, which is okay, I guess. Gourd, as you can see, now deals damage, which is cool. It's not really that great. It only does 45 damage a tick, which some people might say is good, but in all reality, it's really not. Gourd does still bounce off of walls, which that was a poor example since I hit it right there in the corner. Which is good if you can angle your throw just right. The biggest difference between this and Gourd is A, Gourd does damage to enemies, and B, Mending Spirit does more damage up front, or more heals up front, which is beautiful. But everything else is the same. The reason that it takes so long to get good with Maldamba is the snake throw, the snake toss, because it is such a low area. But everything else is pretty self-explanatory with them. Slither away from enemies, throw your Gourd at your allies or enemies, depending on what you want to do with it, mostly. The items. The best items for him, in my opinion, is Deft Hands if you're really good at aiming your snake toss on your reload. But don't get Deft Hands if you're absolute garbage at it during a game. Morale Boost is really good. For him, Chronos is good. Of course, Cauterize to do more preventive healing. Kill to heal on most supports is always a good thing. The blue ones are really team comp. What to use against him is Cauterize, Resilience for the stun, and his ult. Really, that's really all. Cauterize and then Resilience. Haven, I think it's Haven. Yeah, direct damage. Because, I mean, if you're smart enough, you'll get out of the Gourd once it hits. So, Blast Shields isn't really needed. Haven's the way to go against him. So yeah, that's pretty much all about Maldamba. I know these support videos are shorter. I mean, I'm no longer. I mean, I still play supports. I'm good at them. It's just that some of these that I've gone over lately, I haven't really played that much lately, so I don't really know if they've changed. I don't think they've changed. Does that area stay feared? I don't think so. It must. I wonder if that's a bug. Because it didn't used to be that way. Does he run too? It's gotta be bugged because it's never done that. But yeah, so that's Damba. Sorry, I keep glancing over my notes. In the next one, ooh, my main support. We'll be covering Genos in the next one. So until then, be good to yourself, be good to your loved ones, and I will see you in the next one.